Kim Stanley here from Downsizing Specialist in Real Estate, and I have my good friend Jana Jensen here, who is a community sales director with a local independent living facility here in Austin, Atria Senior Living, a beautiful place. Hi, Jana.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We're really working on helping the real estate community, especially those who are downsizing specialists in real estate, understand what independent senior living is all about, what it provides, and how we can all work together. So can you kind of just briefly describe what is involved in independent living, and what does the ideal resident look like who might want to move into an independent living community?
Yes, I would love to answer that question because a lot of people don't understand it. Independent living typically is for a person who's living in their home that they've maybe lived in for a lot of years and things have gotten too hard. Be it managing, whether they're getting people to do their lawn or their windows or whatever, but just the idea of managing that has gotten too difficult and stressful. Somebody who maybe needs meals prepared for them. Somebody who might be alone, or even couples sometimes that are not getting out and socializing because it's gotten harder to get out and socialize.
Right.
And so all of those needs are met within the community. And they make friends, new friends, which some people feel like that part of their life is over.
Yeah.
And then the ease of having, the ease of life, it's stress-free. It's like living at a resort.
Yes.
is the way we look at it.
Yeah. And what are some of the amenities that an independent living community like yours provides for people that makes it so attractive?
Okay. So we have a restaurant within the community, and we have a chef, and so the meals are all prepared. So the individuals that live there, the residents, come down to a beautiful restaurant with a view of the Great Hills Canyon, and they have their meal prepared by a chef. We have a swimming pool. We have aerobics classes. We have water volleyball. We have lecturers that come in. So educational, fun. We have happy hours every day. We have live music as often as we can get it, which in Austin, that's pretty often.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I know there's lots of times I've moved several people as a move manager into senior communities, into independent communities, ILs, and half the time I'm like, I want to live here. So I do
Our
understand.
generation gets that. The generation we're selling to right now, right? But the kids are standing behind going, sign me up. You know, what are they hesitating about?
Yes, absolutely. What are some of the obstacles that come up when a senior is looking at this, and how can a real estate agent work with you to help overcome those?
The biggest, most popular reason that people don't go ahead and make the move is not necessarily letting go of their house. It's they are overwhelmed by the daunting task of downsizing, of going in and deciding what to take, what to leave, what to give away.
Yeah.
And it's overwhelming. They get started, or they look at getting started, and they're overwhelmed and say, I can't do this. And that's where you and I have partnered up many times and gotten folks to see that Kim can do it.
Yes, that a good downsizing specialist and move manager can certainly partner up with a realtor and help make that happen. When a realtor is looking and working with a client and they're looking at their options, you know, they have lots of different options. They could do a 55-plus leasing community, different things. When is it a good fit? When should they be referring them to a community like yours?
Okay. Good question. I would say there are a lot of little signs, and as the folks that you're working with as far as realtors are trying to specialize in downsizing and working with seniors, it could be things like they're not eating right, and your realtor could see that, where maybe every time I stop by, you know, Betty's eating a frozen pizza, or she says, oh, I haven't eaten today, because sometimes preparing a meal is really hard, and then not only preparing but then cleaning up after. If you see someone maybe not taking care of parts of their house, maybe there's one room that it seems like they're spending all their time in. If they're lonely, and sometimes you can tell someone's lonely because they talk to you forever and don't want you to leave. And so I think there would be, and sometimes they'll tell you, I'm scared, I'm afraid of being alone, I'm afraid of scams. I'm afraid of falling even. So those are things that I think that if you tune yourself into it, you could notice. And it doesn't take one of those frightening moments like that for everyone to decide to go into independent living. It could just be, I'm tired of maintaining a house.
Yes. What are some things that real estate agents can do to facilitate that, to help you all, but also to develop that partnership?
I like networking and working with people that work like I do. And sometimes that's just building a relationship with people that you get along with, and that you have like interest with, compassion for older folks. And to do this, you really have to have that. And I would say, go into, make an appointment with a community director and talk to them and talk about what they need, what they want. And there are so many ways to partner. I think that, I know you and I, for example, I'll have somebody, I ask them, what's holding you up? And if they say downsizing, or this is just too much of a job, I can't imagine, I just say, would you be open to talk to Kim? And then, so in turn, I would ask realtors that want to work with us, ask your clients.
Yeah.
And then you've got to trust, you've got to have that trusted relationship with the professionals you work with, and trust that, they're going to handle your clients as gingerly as you'll handle theirs.
So you can hand them off back and forth. That's great. Anything else that you would want to share that might help a real estate agent develop this business, because you used to be a realtor?
I did, and I would say that a community sales director in an independent living can be such a good partner if you work together. And let me tell you what that community sales director can do for you as a realtor. They can convince, possibly, if it's possible, between the two of you, can let the person that owns the home, the homeowner, that their life will be so much better if they can go ahead and move into a community, and then let you, the realtor, do your job by marketing the heck out of that house, having it model ready and staged, and then you've got happy homeowner in a new community, making new friends, having this resort lifestyle. And it doesn't always work like that, but if it can, it is amazing. And the stress that they're already experiencing from their house gets taken away. And then when you've got Joe Buyer coming in, you don't have to have an appointment. You don't have to send them out of their house. And so it is great. And if you can find people that want to work together on that, I mean, it's wonderful.
Yeah, getting them move forward, and so they're not having the stress of putting their home on the market, being there, having to take the pet out, having to leave every time. Yeah, I agree with you totally.
Absolutely.
Jana, thank you so much.
Thank
that was
you.
really informative, and I so appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kim.
Thanks.